All right, guys, how is everyone doing today? Or I guess this evening. We did a live earlier, but what's up? How's everyone doing? This live is brought to you by Halls. All right? I don't know. All right, guys, are we longing or are we shorting Bitcoin? I told you guys the only time it will probably lose the Bitcoin trade is if we break out. And we broke out. And now I'm long on Bitcoin. So here's the deal with the market. We broke out all day. For the people watching my live earlier, guys, did we cut out? Because I was talking to myself for half an hour. It said an hour, but I went and looked at the YouTube live and it said 33 minutes. So that means I was doing TA to myself for 1 hour. All right. Hit that like button, guys. So as you know, the Friday schedule, normally I'm not doing Friday lives because the markets are closed. So but today calls for a live. It doesn't matter if the markets are closed. Bitcoin broke out 100%. Bitcoin broke out, fam. So let me just show you guys here. Let me just show you guys here what we're working with. I know everyone was messaging me, asking me what happened to the live, and I didn't understand. And then I looked, and it was 33 minutes. I was talking to myself for 1 hour, straining my voice. But it is what it is, guys. If you guys are making money on our Beast Limitless community, put 111 3 ones in the comments section below. All right. So Bitcoin broke out 100%. No word of a lie. Bitcoin broke out. We are getting a bit of a mini pump on the weekend. Huge rounded bottom here. Should play out to about 94, 95K. Deep, we'll talk about deep book, guys. If you ended up taking the deep book trade, you're probably already in profit on deep. But let's take a look at Bitcoin here. So yes, we did break out of the macro. We're having trouble in this area here because there is resistance. But now what you're really looking at doing, because we back tested the daily there in the 18-hour candle. And I believe if you look at Bitcoin on the daily, yeah, you have a real nice fair value gap that you broke. So very, very nice fair value gap that you broke, guys. So right now we're looking at 94 at the top in the shorter term. Okay. So hitting this premium high, in my personal opinion, and ranging around the premium high to 91 to 94 in that region until we break out. I don't really see us breaking out of 94 when the markets are not open, but of course anything could happen. Now, it's very possible that Tokyo on Sunday takes out New York's low. Okay, so this is New York's low right here, around that 90,000 target, and it's very, very possible that Tokyo does take out the low. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at the top of the market right here, about 94 to 95 in the shorter term. Now, if we break this area right here, we fly. Michael, what is up? Maleem, can you check night? I'll check as many coins as I can, guys. A lot of coins are looking good. I want to make sure we go over the top trending coins in the market. And I'm telling you guys, there's about to be money to be made in this market. Massive amounts of money. Sorry if I look like I got hit by a train. but I kind of did. I'm kidding. Okay, so let's draw Fibonacci here. Couple Fibonacci's. Remember I showed you guys the Ichimoku cloud, the lagging span, and I said I didn't like the fact that we crossed for a short. Did I short anyway? Yeah. Did I take a loss on my short? Oh yeah. I'm not going to tell you guys I got out of my short break even. No way, I lost. But I lost on my short happily because I knew I'm either losing on my short and we're longing, we're going big, or I'm making money on my short and we're dropping like crazy. There was two scenarios, and the second scenario played out. Okay? So now we got to take our fib here. And yes, Bitcoin's in a bearish pennant on the 3-day. I would not pay attention to that. Okay? We did wick off of our 786, 886 region. So now we pump up to the 618 here, which is going to be that 94 to 97 region. Back test 91, and then a continuation is what I'm looking for. If this is a true Bitcoin breakout, you're looking at Bitcoin running to $130,000. Okay? Hit that like button, guys. Let me know you like weekend lives. Again, with the new schedule, we're typically not going live Friday, just so you guys know. The only reason I'm going live is this is a true breakout. We got to look at some coins ready to pop or that are popping already. So let's run up that like button. Shout out to everybody. If you guys could go on Twitch and open up a separate window. All right, guys, open up a Twitch, a separate window here. Mute it, all right? Because anywhere that there's videos right now or lives going, we want people knowing the top trending coins. We have 80 followers on Twitch. So Beast Limitless Twitch TV. Let's run it up. I'll put the link here. Keep YouTube open. Mute one of them, and we're rocking and rolling, all right? So we have a lot to go over. I'm going to go over the first things I'm very, very bullish on. Then I'm going to get to some coin calls. Now, guys, keep in mind, my voice is absolutely strained to the max. However, we're going to get through this. Okay, so bear with me, please. If Bitcoin didn't break out, I wouldn't be going live tonight. Does everybody understand the new schedule, guys? Please, if you don't, comment in the comment section below. I want to make sure I'm respectful of your time, your family's time, okay? If you're seeing I'm not live for whatever reasons, it's because we changed this schedule for 2026. All right, fam, here it is. Deep Book, the first major coin and probably one of the top gainers here, moving in with the SUI ecosystem, looking to absolutely fly. Okay, so Deep Book broke out. Deep is part of SUI ecosystem, and I'll show you guys. Since there, I never even knew the live drop. Justin, how we doing? Happy New Year, mate. Happy New Year. Full moon print in around 7 hours time. There we go. Full moon, fam. Full moon. What does that typically mean to you? That means we're going to have a pump in the market. Okay. So Deep is looking very, very good. If we look at Deep right here, we did break out. We kind of back tested. We're looking for a pump to about 4.4, but look at the daily. And once you break this resistance right here, guys, at about 4.8, you're going to pump to 7 and ultimately 13. I could see Deep Book pumping all the way to about 20 cents, roughly. So I would say around, well, 15 in the shorter term. So 14 to 15 cents, guys. That is an absolute crazy number. That's over 295% profit on Deep Book. It is in the SUI ecosystem, and it is going to fly. It is already flying. Huge fallen wedge breakout. Now you're just looking for volume and momentum to come into the project. Okay. So that is my first one. If I was to find an entry, by the way, if you guys can't tell, when I get sick, it takes me a long time to recover. But I did just find out my doctor said I'm low on vitamin D, and that has to do with immunity. If any of y'all got anything for vitamin D, let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, so we can see the 4-hour golden cross. We're very bullish. Technically, you can long deep right here, low leverage, and pretty much run it up to the top. Our Ichimoku cloud is crossing on deep. And yeah, you're looking at a massive explosion. Okay, so shout out to deep. Now I am going to show you guys Sui. Okay, the Sui ecosystem is about to pop. Same thing like Deep Book in the ecosystem, guys. But Sui is about to absolutely rip. Okay, Sui could pop all the way to $3. I'm not kidding, $3. Set your I can't talk with that holes in my mouth. All right, guys, set your conversion line breakout right here. Okay, right at about 183. I'm not kidding. This will absolutely pop. Vitamin D supplement. Hustle harder than you. It's all good, bro. I got you. Emergency is perfect. Been taking it for a while now. Okay, I'm going to start taking emergency. I'll look into it. Yeah, Sui, guys. So set an alert right here above 188. If Sui pops, it'll fly. And same with the whole Sui ecosystem. Now, for those of you that don't know, I called Sui. Shout out to all the new people on the live. Thank you for joining. For those of you that don't know, I called Sui at about 79 cents, guys, and it went to $5. Well, I could tell you this thing is absolutely going to moonshot. And you can see this in the shorter pumping to 270 and then ultimately 370. Gone, gone, gone. Okay, the Sui ecosystem is about to pop. And you can see here the weekly's turning up too, right? So weekly's looking really good on SUI. Sui has this run after Solana. Okay, let's look at Sol. Sol is actually, yep, Sol's looking pretty good, 132. The rounded bottom here is playing out. Inverse head and shoulder. Look at that. We got a perfect runway here to about 171 on Solana. Now, Solana hasn't broken the downtrend, but you're looking at about 171 in Sol for sure, roughly in that area. Okay, so if you're looking at Solana, guys, we have a lot of resistance in this region. The short-term top is going to be around that 134, 136 region. You're pretty much looking at about 146 on Sol. I like Solana. However, there's a lot of support and resistance back and forth in the Solana ecosystem. Emoto, how you doing, fam? All right. Thomas, I appreciate you. Thank you for sending me a DM. Thank you, Slack, for coming on the live. Kevin, Cam, CJ, DV, Sinster, Scalper, a lot of other people. I appreciate you guys all for coming on the live. Hit that like button. Solana's bullish, but you're kind of looking at Solana lagging a bit, right? Okay, I really want to get these main coins out of the way that are ready to pop. Look at Sui trending number one. Aave's crushing it too. I do want to look at SHIB. Alejandro in the house. How we doing, Alejandro? Thank you for coming on the live. Guys, Shiba Inu has been on my radar for a while, but I have not looked at it. Okay. Now Shiba is starting to trend. And we got a breakout. Almost a breakout on SHIB. It's not a perfect breakout, guys, but it is a breakout on SHIB. If you look at the daily is ready to pop. I haven't talked about SHIB in a real long time. Bear pennant will probably be a fake out. Weekly is starting to move up. Now, SHIB is in the Ethereum ecosystem. C Bronco, what is up? I appreciate you for coming on the live, fam. And I'll show you guys Ethereum too, because Ethereum broke out. So hypothetically, SHIB could pop, like absolutely fly. Keep an eye on it because it is breaking out and you got a huge rounded bottom. It's bouncing off of this fair value gap on the macro time frame. Okay, let's White, how you doing? Let's take a look at Ethereum. So I'll tell you one coin that absolutely did break out, no shadow of a doubt, besides Bitcoin, is Ethereum. CJDV, it's hard to long these coins that have pumped. The thing is, none of these coins have pumped because they just broke out and recovered. So now what we're waiting for is we're waiting for the back test. A lot of what you're going to see on these coins that have pumped is you're going to see a pump, you're going to see a range, pump, range, pump, range. This is now a bull market, guys. For Bitcoin to fake out of this, I would be very, very shocked. This is a macro breakout. We broke a 4-year cycle. This is the first time Bitcoin ever closed red after the halving. Every other time it's closed green and went into a bear market. A 14-year cycle has been broken on Bitcoin, okay? But here we can see Ethereum broke out for sure. It does look pretty scary, though, when you look at it. Like, Ethereum could come back down to about 3,100-ish. But if you look at if you look at Ethereum, guys, we broke out for sure. Definitely broke out on Ethereum. Shout out to all the new people on the live. If you're new, let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in, OG fam. Yeah, so as long as Ethereum holds this gap, guys, in this region right here, we're good. And then you can see ETH push up to new highs. So if we look at the 4 hour, if we look at the 4 hour time frame here on ETH, you can see we absolutely broke out, or I mean the 18 hour, the long term. ETH needs to break this region right here at about 31.8. If ETH could break that, we'll pop to about 3,600. But all Ethereum is really doing is going sideways. You can see right here, going sideways on the breakout. So let me ask you guys a question. What do you think Tokyo is going to do? Pump it or dump it with the first day back of trading into the new year? We definitely need to break this high, this resistance. Once we break this, you can see ETH fly to about 36. We'd have to break about 31.8. Okay, here's a coin that is absolutely going to pop, guys. $100,000 buys coming in. $100,000 buys coming in on Andy, Ethereum. So if Andy breaks this right here, this resistance at the conversion line, Andy on ETH could pop about 100%. If you go look at DEX, you'll actually see people putting 99K, 27K, 40K in on Andy Ethereum. So what you guys want to do is you want to set an alert here above right here. This is your resistance on Andy. You go to the chart right here. Meme coins are starting to trend, guys. Meme coins are starting to break out. So yeah, pretty much you take out this premium high right here on Andy. You've got moonshot all the way to 006. XRP short from 202. I'd be very cautious shorting. I'm not shorting this market at the moment. So here's the deal with XRP. We broke out of everything, guys. We are honestly, except for Solana. But XRP broke out. So $202 is a good short area, but XRP could potentially come back down to 197. But I see it ranging here just like Bitcoin because we did break out. So if XRP broke out, then I want to see something. Taking this high from right here to right here. Okay, so you're pretty much bouncing off the 382 on XRP. It would be a good short in the shorter term, but in the longer term, we broke out, right? So technically, this channel on XRP could run to about 218 if you're looking at this little sideways. By the way, Olga, thank you for commenting and sharing your stuff on the channel. I appreciate you, and thank you for being really active. So the problem with shorting a lot of coins, guys, again, non-financial advice, but it's because you have a fair value gap here on every coin now. Bitcoin, XRP, probably Solana, probably Ethereum. So that means as long as we broke out, we're probably not going to break this fair value gap for a very, very long time, right? But if I look at XRP on our liquidity gaps here, yeah, so that's a good short. Now, if we break this, we pump all the way up to about 218, which would be the top of that previous channel. Pendle broke. How high can it go? Pendle's one of my favorite coins as well. Steven, appreciate your support in the channel. Same with all of you guys. So a couple things here when you're looking at Pendle. It tried to break. If you look from right here to right here, it absolutely broke. But from right here to right here, there's a bit of resistance. However, on your RSI, it definitely did break. And your weekly starting almost to move up. And there is bullish divergence on Pendle. So if we're looking at Pendle right now, Pendle could pump all the way to about 365. So you have that breakout right here on Pendle. If you look at that breakout right there in the 4 hour, for sure it did break out. So you're looking at ultimately 243, but yeah, 305 to 315 on Pendle on the top. That is a really, really good setup on Pendle. I could see Pendle going to $4 even. If you look at the RSI on the 3-day on Pendle, it broke out. So Pendle's one of the only coins that did break out of the 3-day RSI. Okay, night. Okay, if we're looking at night, we got a triple bottom here on night. Kind of following a little bit of an uptrend. Looks like we did break out the downtrend here. Yeah, night you're looking at about 10 again, but I just see night kind of ranging sideways a bit. It is oversold in the 18-hour, oversold in the daily. 4 hours overbought, but it is ranging in a bit of an uptrend. So I see night kind of just ranging in that region. I don't know. Night could go back to about the top here, which is about 10. But for night to be very bullish on my terms, it would have to break 10. And then we're looking at a macro pump. Otherwise, you're going to see night just kind of ranging. AVAX broke out. AVAX definitely did break out for sure. AVAX broke out a long time ago, guys. Remember, the breakout on AVAX was right right here. In that region, around 1205, that was the breakout on AVAX. Now, if you're looking at the weekly, well, we can see Avalanche pumping all the way to about 29 bucks-ish. It does need to break this resistance right here. But if AVAX could break this, AVAX is definitely going to fly. So we have that resistance right here, about 15. Then you're looking at 18. Once it breaks 15, you're pretty much gone to about 18 to 19 bucks on Avalanche. So if I was looking at getting in an entry, it's tough for me to say long it now, but if it breaks this area right here and it breaks this sideways channel, then we are absolutely going to fly on AVAX to about $18 to $20. And we can see this popping off for sure. Okay, let's look at Pepe, guys. So Pepe broke out too, right? Huge breakout on Pepe. Huge rounded bottom on Pepe. And even if you look at this channel right here, Pepe broke it. So Pepe has about 62% left in the pump. Could probably break that as well. Pepe is completely oversold in the 1 hour time frame, just really waiting for Bitcoin to move. I would say my number one trade right now, guys, is probably deep. If you guys are just tuning into the live, deep is definitely going to be my favorite because deep has so much upside potential to move. Of course, you do want to be oversold. Typically. All right, let's take a look at CoinGecko to look at a couple of the trending coins, see where would be good entries. Oh, you know what I did pick up, guys? I picked up some Pepe today. Pepe. The purple Pepe. Purple Pepe, okay? Not sure if it will do anything, but it did break out. And if purple Pepe runs, it'll take off of this huge rounded bottom to the top. And that is roughly 150% profit. It might not do anything, but basically we're looking at this pumping back to the top of the channel, ultimately around 150 to 200%. And with the Pepe ecosystem moving, purple Pepe is looking good. Don't forget that it's a weekend ahead. Correct. We are in the weekend. So the volume is going to be low, but we can see Bitcoin did break out, and all we're really doing is ranging. All right. What else do we got here? We got Troll, we got Monad, we got Aerodrome, we got Brett. Another project I want to point out, guys, in the SUI ecosystem that has not moved yet is Cetus protocol. So not sure if y'all forgot about this one, but when Cetus moves, it absolutely takes off. And I can see Cetus pumping all the way to about 4.1. So here's one that hasn't pumped yet. And Cetus is definitely breaking out. Definitely breaking out. You do need to break the conversion line on Cetus protocol. But once you break this conversion line, you are gone. Like you broke out here, you broke out here, huge rounded bottom to the top, which is ultimately about 3.5. That has not moved yet. Cetus protocol is looking fire. Right there, guys. Perfect breakout. Hasn't really pumped yet. If you're looking at the macro on Cetus protocol, we could realistically pump all the way up to 4.4 and then 8 cents almost and double that. So that's not too bad at all. Huge falling wedge. That would take us to about 4.5. So that's about 50% profit. All right, Ondo is trending. I haven't looked at Ondo. I want to see if it broke out. No, it faked out here, the bear pennant. You got a downtrend here in Ondo, so it hasn't broken out yet, but you've got resistance to the top here. If Ondo pumps, it can pump all the way to the top here, about 53. And I would be looking for a breakout at Ondo at that point because you got a huge rounded bottom. You're just waiting for the parallel channel to kind of fit. There's your breakout on Ondo from July of 2025. That's a huge trend. Ondo could potentially pump to 91 cents to $1 pretty quick. All right, guys. So what are all the trades y'all are in tonight or today? Or I mean this weekend. Is anybody longing or shorting Bitcoin? Any coins you're longing? What spot buys did you pick up? Hit that like button, guys. Let's run it up. Oh, I gotta let Joji and I'll be right back, guys. I gotta let some. Hold on, 1 minute. I'll be right back, guys. Just gotta let people in that got locked out. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, guys. 2020 problems with technology. People getting locked out. All right, so let me go over. Let me go over this here. We're still live, right? Okay, yeah, we're still live. Okay, so. No one say I never did anything for you guys, all right? Slack, how you doing? The grain going against the grain, shorting from 90,420. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're going to take profit before the Tokyo session. I'm personally holding this long. Sitting profit on my 3 longs from the other night. Do you think about Avantis' breakout? I think AVNT is a really good breakout. I'm in a Doge long from 13. Deep. Woo. Okay, Woo trade. Sure. Let's see. So we've got guys, Woo trade is looking very good. It hasn't done anything. It is looking exactly like Chiliz in a way. Just hanging out right here. Look at the Woo trade chart. Look at the Woo trade chart. And look at the Chiliz chart. Identical. Kind of. By the way, if you made money on Chiliz, let me hear it in the comment section below. We crushed this trade. Now, I got out personally way too early because I got bored. But Chiliz hit our take profits. So essentially, Woo Trade is going to do the same thing. Deep and Ondo tips some bad at game. Yeah, Deep is probably my favorite trade at the moment. Long Pepe, Kate. How about Doge? Here's the problem, guys. A lot of people think when the market breaks out, the pump is too much. This is the biggest misconception in a bull market. If you think coins pumped and you don't want to get into a project because they pumped, and then you look and they went up by another 50 to 100%, you're losing in that game. Don't think that the pump is too much. Bitcoin broke out of the macro. Now you're going to hear me say, I am not shorting anything. All right, guys. So remember, this market, the past, whatever, we've had the channel for what, a month and a half? I've been constantly saying short, 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 all day, every day, short, short. Now you're going to hear me say long, long, long. Will I take short trades in sessions? New York for sure, because New York absolutely dumps and manipulates and all of that. Okay. Thomas, by luck, I entered broccoli and got 990%. Let's go, Thomas. Shout out to you. So essentially here you can see that Doge can pop all the way to 16.3, guys. That's pretty good. $16.3. Yep, 16 to 16.3. There you go in Dogecoin. And Doge pretty much broke out. Dogecoin's looking fire, fire. Tim, you would like me to look at Tau? For sure. I really hope my voice is better by Monday. Like, I need my voice for these lives, man. I sound like a pipsqueak mouse. The fact that you guys are listening to me sound like a pipsqueak mouse while I'm sick is unbelievable. So shout out to you guys. Give yourself a pat in the back. Tau is looking great. Remember Tau broke out? Kind of faked out. There you go. Tau really broke out. 253. Everything is breaking out. Solana's going to be the dark horse. Solana's breaking out last. Probably same with Sui. But the ecosystem's going to run. So we could... we could pretty much see Tau pumping to around 302 at the top. 302 roughly. Okay. Remember, guys, remember the new schedule. We typically don't go live Fridays, so you guys know. Everybody gets the new schedule, right? I want to make sure you guys get it. If you're not in beastlimitless.com, join. I'm posting the lives every day. We're doing 3 London sessions a week, 5 New York sessions, and 3 Tokyo sessions a week to cover every single basis of the market. But yeah, Tim, Tau's looking very good to this peak resistance here, which is around, I don't know, 302 area. And if we look on Tau right here, Yeah, 340 and then ultimately 400. Huge breakout on Tau. Huge. Tau is absolutely going to pop. Shout out to you guys all for being on the live today. I thank you for taking the time out of your day from your families. When I get better and I get rocking and rolling, we'll make sure we're flying out coin calls like crazy. Justin, how we doing? Can I look at render for sure? So render has some more room to move in this area. Render could essentially pump all the way to 178. Do I like the BTC long? Yes, I'm in it. I don't really think anything is going to happen, though, until Tokyo session or maybe a Sunday pump. Yeah, so we break this resistance right here on render. We're popping off to 183. Render is looking very, very good. You probably won't see me short the market again. Like, I'll short, but it will be in sessions. I'm only looking for longs and spot trades at the moment. You're going to say I have take profit at 12.5. Okay, let me look at say in a moment here. But yeah, all you're doing, guys, on Bitcoin is you're ranging, right? There is no session in the market right now, which is why there's no volume. However, the 4 hours about to touch the top of that RSI. Now, one key factor here is we never hit the top. When I've been looking at this previously, we hit the bottom here. We never hit the top. So that 4 hour does need to hit the top. All right, say, let's check out say. Oh, say, can you see? Yeah, so I can see say pumping to about, your take profit is probably going to get hit, but I would even be holding it to 14. Like at this point, guys, things are just breaking out of their channels. They're pumping to the top of their channels. We are 100% bullish. A lot of you guys are going to go try to get shorts, and I'm telling you right now, y'all are going to get wrecked. I'm saying that in the nicest way because when the market breaks out, there is no really quick short. Your shorts are going to be less than your longs. And remember, guys, for me to make a trade worth it, I need to have a 1 to 3. So everybody listen up to this. I will not take a trade if I don't have a 1 to 3. If I don't have a 1 to 3, that trade is invalid. If my trade is a 1 to 1, it means I'm only willing to risk $1 for $1. Pointless. I want to risk $1 for $5 or $3, right? I'm not saying shorting is bad, but what I'm saying is the market broke out, shift the narrative and shift the mindset, at least until we know more direction into the week, right? I can see say running to around 12.76, and then ultimately 13. Remember before, guys, I only was short. There's a reason. Now, this being said, I will 100% short New York sessions. I'm going to tell you why. Because New York is all about manipulation. If I know Tokyo ran it up to 94K, what do you think New York's probably going to do? Take out the Tokyo low at 90K. So that is with a caveat, but I'm saying mostly altcoins is what I wouldn't short. Bitcoin is okay because it does play with the sessions with New York, London, and Tokyo. I'm really happy we get a call longs and spot trades now. It's only been a minute, right? It has only been a minute. All right. So a couple ones here. VV. I don't know if you guys remember VV. And Slack, I'm not saying anything about shorting is bad for you. I'm just saying from experience, the longs are going to be much more profitable. If you're trading on the 1 minute, I don't trade on the 1 minute. Can I trade in the 1 minute? Yeah, I'm a very profitable trader in the 1 minute. Will I? No, because I have ADHD. I don't know. I can't hold a trade for only 5 minutes. For me, I have to hold a trade for at least 2 to 4 hours. Like in my brain, I cannot comprehend getting out of a trade before an hour unless it is a losing trade or it's going the other way. I have to see it play out in my brain. It's like I'm going to lose or I'm going to win. I don't take half losing as an answer. I either lose all the way or that is it. It's just how it's just how I work, right? All of December, guys, we won every single trade we called. Keep that in mind. Every single trade we called in December, we won. I think we broke even on one, but we didn't lose one. In January, I lost one trade, and that is because the direction shifted. So hopefully now we get to January, all winning trades moving forward. But look at VV, guys. VVV is about to absolutely rip. I can see VV popping all the way up to $5. Yeah, look at VV, guys. VV's going to pop. You got VVV $3-ish in that region. This thing has got insane bullish divergence. Like hypothetically, we can, yeah, $3 on VVVV. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to set an alert somewhere. I'll set an alert above this high rate here and see what happens. We've got a huge golden cross on triple VV. We are breaking the 800 SMA, which is very huge. We've been bearish all the way since August of 2025. So we're reclaiming that new support. This could fly. Keep an eye on it, triple V, all right? Just send it. Can I take a look at ZBC? And I know that's like, I think your favorite trade. It did break support, but it might have faked out. Yeah, see it faked out. So here's ZBCN. It did break out. It has got a really nice inverse pattern if it holds it. I don't know how I feel about ZBCN because it is in a huge rounded bottom. I could see this pumping all the way up to 0.004 for sure if the market does allow it, right? It did break out. So you've got that resistance around right here, which means that it should pump to that area. If we look at our liquidity gaps here on ZBCN, yeah, you're still looking at 0.02. Ultimately to about 0.03. So all depends what the market is doing, right? Look at these numbers. Bitcoin keeps on ranging at 90,000, 111, 90,000, 222, 90,000, 333. If you guys don't know about triple numbers, I'm not going to get into it, but for 5 minutes, Bitcoin was at 90,222. Earlier, Bitcoin was ranging at 90,111, and now Bitcoin has been ranging at 90,333. Just doing a 2x on Bless. Okay. I'll try to go for a bit longer, guys. My vision is pretty blurry right now. We can still do pretty good TA, though. I think we're crushing the TA still. Did we just disconnect on the live? Are we still live? What is with this software, man? Okay, Bless. Are you guys still live or is it? Okay. Okay. Trip me out because it said we just disconnected. And it did it this morning too. And I know it's my internet. I'm getting 3 gigs, but I know it's my internet. Look at this rounded bottom, GP. This is a really good chart. This Bless coin could absolutely take off. Boom, look at that. Huge. Yeah, Bless is looking really, really good. Shout out to you, GP. Really, really good setup here. Yeah, I could see Bless pumping pretty hard. 17%, ultimately 90% profit. Hit that like button. I appreciate you guys all for coming on the live. Also, guys, if you're not following me on x.com, do it. I'm going to be posting a lot more now that the market's broken out. We posted the Bitcoin channel here, Breakout, at 90,000, whatever that was. And then we posted the SUI ecosystem. Also, Blub. Blub is a major project. Okay, Blub is in the SUI ecosystem too, guys. Keep an eye on this. It hasn't broken out yet, but if Blub breaks this area right here, it could fly. Same with Hippo, I believe. Another one. These are meme coins, but the reality is they will run when they run. Look at Hippo. Hippo broke out here, has a massive rounded bottom, triple bottom. And Hippo is in the SUI ecosystem too. All right, let's go back to the trending coins. I'm trying to give you guys all the trade setups I possibly can find. Let's take a look at Aerodrome here. Oh, man. Aerodrome broke out. So Aerodrome could pump up to $1.11 pretty quick. That means that the base ecosystem is about to freaking pop. Look at that. Huge, huge. Yeah, Aerodrome, you've got a clean wave all the way to about 81, and then ultimately you're looking around 132, 133. Aerodrome's going to be a beast. And if we look at Aero, that means Brett is probably going to be moving as well. Make sure you guys are taking notes and go look back at this live, guys, because on Sunday or Monday, a lot of these projects are going to be popping. So Brett is in a huge downtrend. It is in the base ecosystem. I wouldn't long Brett here yet. Well, you could. You could. But if Brett breaks out of here, Brett is going to pop. And I mean absolutely fly. And if Brett breaks out, guys, that is going to be a massive project that I'm going to be investing into, because once money flows into Brett, it does not stop. And then you can see Brett pretty much pumping all the way to about 4 or 5 cents. All right. A lot of coins to go over. Farcoin. Okay, guys, Farcoin is going to be my last coin. I'm like not feeling good at all. So I'm going to go over a Farcoin here for you guys. And then I'm going to go over some more coins, but make sure you guys are locked into beastlimitless.com. Meme coins are coming back. When we're bullish, guys, what happens? Meme coins come back. Yeah, Farcoin is about to break out. Are you serious? We're getting back into this? I thought the meme coins were done. I thought we were back into utility. Yeah, Farcoin's about to break out. If Farcoin breaks out, this could go from 34 to about $1 pretty quick. Now, remember, guys, on Sunday, there won't be a Tokyo session live. It will only be London. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, London. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No Friday, typically. Monday and Wednesday, Tokyo. Okay? I'm only live Friday because we're breaking out. Here and there, I might do a Saturday live, but make sure you guys are locked in this schedule so you actually know when I'm going live. We're covering all 3 sessions during the week and every single morning, New York. Yeah, Farcoin's looking prime. I can see Farcoin pumping all the way to $1 or more. Crazy that meme coins are trending again. I would say Farcoin's definitely going to be in my top. What about UFD, Unicorn Fart Dust? Well, Unicorn Fart Dust is breaking out. This kind of follows Farcoin. Here, I got a couple gems before we go, guys. All right? Couple gems for y'all. If Farcoin is going to break out, you actually got to look at the ecosystem. Check out Fart Boy, okay? Fart Boy is one of the top coins. It is a Solana coin off Pump Fund, but it was one of the top coins on DEX. And you don't want to look for the coins that are pumping, the main coins. You want to look in the ecosystem, okay? So if this breaks out, this one could do 400% profit. So what I like to go to is I like to go to DEX Screener, because now we got to start talking about real money projects, coins that are going to pump in the ecosystem. Well, if we know Farcoin's going to pump, we want to be looking at Farcoin coins, right? If we know Sui's going to pump, we want to be looking at ecosystem coins. You have to actually find the real one, though. So I go to DEX here, type in the contract number from CoinGecko. Okay. This was one of the top coins when Fartcoin was running. And if you look at the daily here, we actually did break out. Okay. We are breaking out, going sideways. If you guys look at this huge rounded bottom, if we are actually as bullish as the market is looking, we could pretty much run up almost 17,000%. I kid you not. This is just a huge rounded bottom, right? Now let's go check out the buys. Not too many buys are coming in. So that means that they're not pumping it yet. But guys, watch these coins because they are going to fly when the ecosystem main coin starts moving. Okay. There's that one. And then there's one more. The other one is Fart Daddy, and I made money off of... Actually, wait, this might not be the real. I don't know if this is a real one, but I do know when this ran, it ran like crazy. So keep an eye on this one as well, too, on Radium, but make sure you do find the right contract number. Because if you don't find the right contract number, you're going to get wrecked. Okay, these are hit and misses, guys, but I'm showing you guys this because they're in the ecosystem. So look at the ecosystem coins. Don't look at the coins that are popping off. That money is going to be moved to the ecosystem coins. Okay, I think that is it. Now, what is on base? Because base is going to move. Base Pepe is obviously moving here. It's been a long time since I looked at DEX, and I said I wouldn't do it until we actually broke out. Here we go. Here's another one that is going to fly when the market moves. Okay. You have some buys coming in. Base Pepe is going to print when it breaks out. Huge rounded bottom, broke out already. You break this little falling wedge right here on base Pepe, you're going to pop. We know Pepe is trending. So if we know Pepe is trending, base Pepe is most likely going to move too. We do have some buys coming in, nothing crazy. Keep your eyes peeled on base Pepe. This is most likely going to explode 1,000% as long as the breakout does hold. Okay. Toshi. Yeah, we can look at Toshi. Yeah, money's flowing into Toshio, right? Toshi has a huge rounded bottom here. Oh yeah, Toshi. Toshi is gonna pop for sure. Toshi's breaking out right there, so we can see a pretty big pump on Toshi. About 240% as long as we hold that breakout. Okay. So guys, I looked at a lot of coins tonight. I'm absolutely gassed. My voice can't take anymore. I would love to be live for another 2 hours. Going to try to get better for Sunday for the London session. I'm not going to be live for Tokyo, guys. Keep that in mind. So what you guys need to do, if you know I'm not going to be live for Tokyo, beastlimitless.com. I will be posting updates in the Tokyo session. If you're not in it, join it, because Sunday's a major move. Why am I not live for Tokyo? Because I want to catch the London move, all right, into New York. There's a method to it. So I won't be live Sunday at 8 to 8:30, but I will be live around 1:30 a.m. CST, and then New York, 8 to 8:30, and then Monday, Tokyo. Okay? So that is all I got for you guys right now. The market is ranging. We broke out. We're hanging out in this area. Nothing is happening. Range for the weekend. I appreciate you guys. I hope everyone has a great day. I am out. Take care. Let's make money, guys. All right? See you in the app.